I love this plant so much. This is Eleutherococcus senticosus, commonly called Eleuthero in the herbal world. Some people call it Siberian Ginseng. And I planted this woody shrub about 10 years ago, and you can see now it's growing up quite tall and entangling itself with the beautiful red hawthorn berries that are coming ripe. And it's amazing to me that this beautiful globe flower really comes into fullness in early October. I mean, they're huge, some of them. And see, oh yeah, it has a really lovely sweet smell to it. And we're beginning to see a variety of hornets and different types of small bees that are really active right now. Yeah, there's a nice little green bee right there. A lot of activity, a lot of pollinator activity on this plant. So here in Maine, the Siberian Ginseng Eleuthero grows really, really well. In zone 5, even in zone 4 it would grow well, probably zone 3. It is, originally from northern China, Siberia. And it actually, traditionally it's the root, the bark of the root that is used for medicine. And it's now become much more respected and known as an incredible adaptogen. It is probably one of my most favorite adaptogenic herbs. I feel like it's a plant that I usually take as a tincture for a minimum of 3 to 6 months. And I use it oftentimes kind of late summer through the fall into the winter when there's a lot more, incredible activity of just getting the garden, all the harvests in, and putting gardens to bed and moving into kind of the cold season. My experience of using Eleuthero as a medicinal plant is I feel like I'm standing on solid ground. And taken over a period of time, I really feel the cumulative benefit of using this plant as an adaptogen to really build strength and resiliency both in my physical body but also kind of in my spirit. I just feel this inner resiliency is just strengthened by using Eleuthero on a daily basis. And it also helps to build capacity in the mind. So again, deep support for concentration, for improving memory, for clarity of mind. It's a really extraordinary medicinal plant. I'm hoping that more and more people living kind of in the northern climate here in the U.S. would consider putting this in. And where we've planted it is kind of where it gets part shade and part sun. So up until late afternoon, Eleuthero is pretty much in the shade, and we're kind of growing it on our hawthorn hedgerow. So it's kind of intermingling with the hawthorns, and then it's really kind of late afternoon that it starts to get sun. So I got my first little plant actually from Richard Czech through Horizon Herb Seed Company. He does sell beautiful medicinal plants. It's one that takes almost 2 years for the seed to germinate, so you might find yourself getting a few small, of the shrubs to begin planting. And at this point I think we've got maybe 10 or 12 growing here at Avena, and I'm wanting to put more in. As you can tell, I love this plant, and I have such a great curiosity and fascination for this beautiful, beautiful flower. It just is an amazing flower for this time of year.